How's it going, everyone? Podcast number 8. We have a little change here. Andrew and I are in the same location here. He's wearing a mask because he thinks I have the corona, but it's whatever. But we have our guests as usual, Kevin Murphy and Matt Granelli, and today we're talking about the AL Central and where we think the teams will stack up this year. So, just wanted to get into it. I think we all agree here that the Minnesota Twins are the favorite for that division, but just want to hear you guys' thoughts. Obviously, Andrew, my partner right next to me here. What do you have to say?
Well, first of all, I'm taking the mask off because I really don't care. But the Twins they led the league in home runs last year.
The record, right?
They broke the record, which the Yankees held before. It's a shame because they really don't have – the only playoff talent that they have is, in my opinion, and with a lot of experience, is Donaldson and Nelson Cruz. Okay, the man's a walking 40. The man is a walking 40 home runs. 40. He will carry that. If he's got to be a DH, he's going to be in the AL for the rest of his career. He is a free agent after this year. They have the starting rotation. In my opinion, have a pretty good starting rotation.
Yeah, Berrios, Odorizzi.
But I don't see them making it past a wild card or actually, no, I don't see them making it past the first round of playoffs. So
yeah, I'd have to agree. I think that their pen is pretty suspect. I think they could use some arms, maybe through an acquisition throughout the season. Yeah, they just need to rotate a pen. Basically, their offense can carry them through it. And the back half of the rotation's kind of suspect, but otherwise they should win this division, no problem.
Yeah, I don't really see any other competition. If you look at the other teams, which we'll get to, and their lineup has clearly shown their power over the years.
I want to put a little break on what Murph's saying. They should win it, no problem. I mean, if you look at the Cleveland Indians, were 2016, they were the AL representative in the World Series, but you also have to realize 2017, I think they blew out the division in 2017 and 18 as well. But I think they're still a threat. We don't know where Frankie Lindor is going to go, but they still have two aces in Shane Bieber and Mike Clevenger. So you can't discount them. And then I think Brad Hand has a rebound year, so we'll see what happens there. But
they have a pretty good pen too. They have Hand. They have a lot of pieces that make them a decent pen, like Hunter Wood, Philip Beton, Oliver Perez, Adam Simber, the Submariner. Glitch on the MLB The Show. I don't use him. That's cheese. You forgot Carlos Carrasco coming off the year. He had leukemia last year. Going to have a bounce back year. If we ever get this season on the road, please, Rob Manfred, if you ever watch this.
Yeah, I think their only question mark is offense. Really, I think they have a pretty devastating rotation. I think their pitching staff is pretty stacked. They're like basically the flip of the Twins, essentially. Like they have the pieces on the pitching side, but it's just can the bats come alive, right? They have Lindor, which is probably their most consistent hitter and the most consistent hitter in the league. But other than him, it's kind of like trying to find bats in certain places.
Let's not forget Jose Ramirez. He had an abysmal first half, but then he was back to his normal self, hitting over 300 for the second half.
And Carlos Santana, who's a easy 260 hitter, 25 to 30 bomb.
Yeah, we'll see what a short season looks like. It's all going to be can these offenses get through the short season, if there is a season.
This is their first full year without Kluber and Bauer, right? Is this their first full year? Half year. Without Bauer they had. So, we'll see how their pitching staff adjusts. They have some pretty good guys that are coming up. They have my boy Aaron Savale, supporter of the foundation. Shout out him. But they, like you said, Clevenger and Bieber. So they're going to have to carry more of the workload now that two aces on other teams now are gone.
Isn't Clevenger hurt, though? Or is he good?
He's hurt, but I think he should be ready for whenever this season starts or next year. Yeah.
And then
his health is definitely going to be important for them.
He's definitely going to be in my opinion, he's the number one guy off the mound if I want him in a big game situation, especially against the Twins.
But also going back to their offense, there's a guy, Yasiel Puig, who he came alive for them. He's still sitting out on the market.
I'm not sold on him. I'm not sold on him, dude. He's had some pretty rough stretches. I think if you're bringing in a Puig and hoping that he's going to come to life and help carry that offense, I think you're in trouble.
In the second half, he wasn't.
I don't know.
Yeah, but again, this is a short season. So if he starts off bad, that's really bad. This is a team that needs offense, and it's like, do you really want to put all the eggs in the Puig basket? I think there's better options.
You got guys like Mercado. You have Mercado, Reyes, Naquin, Luplow, who's my opinion, a bench bat. They got Delino Del Shields from the Rangers for Kluber. I mean, so they have an outfield already. Jake Bowers, Greg Allen, Domingo Santana, Tyler Naquin. These guys can put up good seasons. They have the potential to put up good seasons and at least support the offense. It's just being consistent now.
Yeah, it's all about consistency.
And Bradley Zimmer, too. He was
coming
good.
back.
He had a season-ending injury last year, so he was pretty good in my opinion. But now the team that we have right in the middle, they made a lot of big splashes this offseason. The Chicago White Sox, they got Yasmani Grandal. They get Mazzara, right?
No more Mazzara.
Michael.
They signed Encarnacion. Madrigal is supposed to be up this year, my boy. Oklahoma State? No. Yeah, Oklahoma. No, not Oklahoma State. Oh, my God. Oregon State. Yeah. And then they got my boy TA7, Tim Anderson, the bat flip guy.
Wow.
I mean, and they have also Keep Smiling Foundation supporter. Shout out Eloy Jimenez. If you're watching this eventually one day, you're on the podcast. They have Luis Rivera coming up. So they have a lot of prospects that are ready. And now it's their time to tear it up.
Yeah, this is a good young team. They're definitely a dark horse in this division, especially in a short season. Like we keep saying, they could come to life. And if they find some momentum early, it might be hard to take it away from these guys. This is a young, hungry team that's looking to reignite the division.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, how's their rotation look?
Giolito,
Keuchel, Gonzalez,
Keuchel.
Reynaldo Lopez, and Dylan Cease.
And Kopecky comes back.
And Kopecky comes back this season too. So
they have potential there. I think they're a pretty good balanced team. I think they're probably one of the more balanced in the division.
Giolito is
fun.
Sure.
It's just figuring out if the young guys can come to life and put it all together, which I don't see why they couldn't. It's a very good young talented team.
It's fun. It's a fun team to watch, I feel like.
Yep. This is a team that people like to root for sure.
Yeah. Their bullpen isn't even half bad. They got Colomé, Bummer, Cishek, Kelvin Herrera, Jace Fry, and even they have Carson Fulmer in the pen, which will give him some innings too. He'll probably be like a spot starter too. So they're not a bad team. They just need to get hot at the right time because they've been known to get off to really bad starts, the White Sox, at least in the recent years for Chicago.
Yeah. But now, looking at the bottom of this division, I mean, I think it's a 3-team race. We're going to focus on the Royals and the Tigers. And both teams had just complete downfalls after the Royals. They won the World Series in 15.
First the Mets.
16.
Yeah, I had to get that in there.
All right.
16, I think they were still decent, but then 17 through 19, I think they've been a 100-loss team or almost that. And they got rid of Ned Yost. They still have Dayton Moore as their GM, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, he's good at building talent. They have a stud who's also a supporter, Bobby Witt Jr., but you got to wait a little bit on him. And who knows about Whit Merrifield, whether he's going to stay or go.
Two-hit Whit, man. Two-hit Whit.
So, I mean, these teams, they're in the right direction, but I don't know, like, when their window will open again. But they were good recently, but
I feel bad for players like Whit Merrifield, though. You're not stuck, but you're also not, like, free, you know? Because, like, he's on that team. He's going to be making his money there for, I think, a few more years. He plays every game, has, like, over 200 hits a season. He's always in the top.
Too, right?
Yeah, versatile.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
He can play outfield, infield. I mean, there's no reason why the guy can't be making over $100 million, in my opinion. At least under the 150 marker. But he he's in my opinion, he's one of the one of the top players in the AL, in my opinion. And you got guys like Hunter Dozier, Jorge Soler, and Alberto Mondesi, I'd even say, are kind of stuck on the Royals. But again, they had their glorious two seasons?
14, 15 World Series.
Yeah.
And then they won 15, 14. They lost in the Game 7 to San
Yeah, these are definitely two teams that are still trying to figure it out. Like the Tigers have been rebuilding for a while now. The Royals are just now underway in that whole process. They're probably going to look to ship out Whitfield pretty soon, try to get whatever they can. They're just slowly trying to dig themselves back out from the hole they're in right now. But can you blame them? They won in 15, or what was it, 14 or 15?
15, and then
15. They won in 15. So it's going to be a while till they start rearming up and getting ready to compete again. But,
Is
kind
Kansas,
of sad to see.
is that a small market?
yes.
Yeah, the Royals are big time small market.
Yeah, that's just what happened to them. Everyone just kind of left. They lost Ned
Oscar
Yost.
wanted money.
Cueto,
It's like,
Cueto,
James Shields.
James Fields.
yeah, when you're a small market team,
Ray
like,
Davis.
it's not sustainable. But
Yeah.
I mean, hats off to them. And that 2016 lineup was one of the craziest I've ever watched.
And then, but I think they're still on a faster rebuilding track than the Tigers. Like,
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
they actually have pieces to trade too to get more prospects. I mean, the Tigers are signing like Jonathan Scope is a good player, but they're trying to
how
bank
many
value off of him.
Yeah.
Like
How
Whit
many?
Merrifield is a great target.
The star player, in my opinion, of the Detroit Tigers is Matthew Boyd, and you see him every maybe fifth day, if you're lucky, if he's healthy.
Sporting a 4 ERA. It's
Yes.
just strikeouts.
Sporting a 4 ERA.
The Tigers want to sell him like he's a Kershaw. They're like,
Yeah.
this guy's a goat. Like, you want
They're like,
him. Trust me.
you want him.
You want him.
There was like rumored deals, like you were asking for guys like star hitter on a team. Like, bro, you can't. If you're gonna do that, you actually need to have something to offer to other teams. Because I'm looking down the roster, and the only name I see recognizable, like a household name, is Miguel Cabrera. And
He's way past his
He's
prime.
way.
Bastard, dude.
He's out the door. I think yesterday was I want to say anniversary of his debut, where he hit a walk-off home run against the Rays. Saw that on MLB yesterday. But up and down the roster, there's no one.
No.
Sorry, Detroit, but
Yeah.
you kind of
Pretty sad.
you got nothing going for you.
I don't think in any sport, honestly.
Not in any sport.
The Pistons or the
yeah.
Lions and
Eh.
Red Wings.
All right, let's calm down, guys. Listen, don't bury the city. Come on now. Don't bury the city.
Trash Detroit, but I mean, you guys had a couple good years at hockey, but there's going to need to be some massive overhaul and revamp of a Detroit Tiger team. Because what was it? What year did they make the playoffs? As of recent memory, was it
My memory is them getting swept by the Giants in 11 or no?
with Maglio?
No,
Ordonez
sorry,
on that
2012
team?
because they won every even year. Giants.
Yeah.
No, not Ordonez. It was Scherzer, Verlander.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was when they were
That was
good.
their year to win.
Victor
They're
Martinez.
That was when they had a legendary rotation, but it was
Yeah.
before they were officially taken off.
Wow.
Solo.
Forza. That whole team had so much potential, and they got shipped off for nothing or signed to other teams out of like pure like we're gonna just take a chance on them and hope that they're gonna do good. And then most of the players turned out to be really good. But they're out there spending money on guys like Scope, and you just gotta either just save your bucks for the free agent market and hope to sign a big fish, and then just draft good, man.
They have a couple.
They have a couple.
Mize,
Casey Mize good.
They had some promising prospects, but they're years away. Like
So
they're like looking at, they're still in AA, single A, and so they have ways to go before they're
He
good.
was in AA, single A. Sorry there. I'm sorry, they're out of luck. I don't see. I could see them. They're going to be competing with the Marlins for who's going to take home the last place trophy, no matter what year. I'm sorry, no matter how short the season is, I don't see them doing anywhere good. But that's my comment. I'll shut my mouth now about the Detroit. I don't know if anyone else has anything to add on the Tigers. But
No, I think we buried them enough for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to show mercy.
I think we can all agree that the Twins are the team to beat in this division, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be a cakewalk. But
It's definitely not.
we'll see how it fares if it's 2021 or this year. So just want to thank you guys for joining us as always, and we'll see you guys on the next one, which I think will be Cy Young.
Cy Young candidates or something else, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.